In this Hempfield community, the illegal shooting of the beloved piebald deer cut so deep that everyone, from hunters to hippies, came together not to argue but to mourn the loss of this local celebrity. Deer are a common thing in the Hempfield area, but just one special deer can make all the difference in a community.
So we heard, about 3 years ago, we heard rumors of, have you seen the white deer or the piebald? That's what he is. And so one night we were coming home from Lancaster on Marietta Avenue, and right when we passed Conestoga Gardens, that beautiful house there at the creek, all of a sudden we see him run across the road, and we're like, there he is, he's real, he's real. He started coming through, getting a drink from our pond or just appearing every once in a while. And it wasn't until last fall of 24 that he really kind of made it a part to be with the herd. At first we thought he was, a loner, like he's different, like Rudolph. But we noticed he would hang with like 3 other male deer. And
this piebald deer was shot in a local trail where hunting is illegal. Hunters have many rules they must follow to ensure safety in the area.
Before you can even hunt, you have to take a hunter safety course. So that basically goes over everything. And then when you do hunt, you always get a pamphlet that goes over the hours, what you can, when the seasons and when they are, when they're out, what time you can hunt, what time you have to end. So you basically have to know what you're doing before you go out.
And also there's a season, so there's time to hunt and time not to hunt. You have a couple weeks of rifle hunting. You have about a month for archery. Same as for waterfowl, you have about a month and a half. So there's seasons, certain times of the time you can hunt.
Though hunters enjoy the sport of hunting, they do not agree with the illegal killing of this beloved deer.
Oh, it's horrible. That was senseless. There was no point of that. Obviously, it was poached. It was out of season. Basically, what it does is 99% of the hunters follow all the laws and rules, and we enjoy nature and being outdoors. And you get that 1%, unfortunately, that stuff happens, and it just gives us a bad name.
Carrie's husband Jim started a $1,500 reward for any information on the shooting. Not long after that, the community pitched in and got the reward up to $5,000.
Well, my husband was like extremely upset because the deer who we nicknamed Casper, he held a special place in Jim's heart. And so when we found out the news, that was on a Saturday. So on Monday, my husband called the news reporter and also the game commission, and he's like, what's the investigation showing? I want to offer a $1,500 reward.
This was not just a deer. It was a beacon of hope and a sense of peace for the people who had seen him.
And my husband is ill. He has ALS, and it's contributing to like the challenge in our lives, especially starting in 2024. But for him to know that he's not going to see that little spirit, that was the hardest thing for me, to come back home and share that news with him. And that's why that deer was extra special to us. Yeah.
Since the shooting, the community has come together to mourn the loss of this beloved deer. Everyone came together and created a memorial full of photographs, paintings, and even a poem.
I did get a chance to go see his body, and it was like it was closure. I've seen a lot of really beautiful photographs that people have taken and shared with us. And, I just think deer in general are beautiful. I know a lot of people look at them as, pests in their landscaping or a source of, food on the table. But he was just such a unique being that it was like otherworldly to us.
This piebald deer has brought the community together in a way it has never before. From paintings to poems, the Hempfield area will continue to remember and cherish this deer. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Reese Geiger.